Hey guys, Jacob Mario here, and today we're going to be talking about the mystery genre of anime. We're going to be breaking it down and talking about all those spooky, scary mysteries.
It's a mystery of what anime we're going to talk about today.
Oh. Actually, there's not much spooky, scary in the mystery genre, to be fair. It's a little more akin to crime.
Yeah, mystery is usually in like police sort of anime sort of deal.
Yeah, so I actually enjoy that, and it's a good linking thing to what we were talking about last week with, like, just how much fun it is to have an overarching thing with your anime instead of like your week to week sort of here's the bad guy and done, here's the bad guy and done. Like that's a lot of what we have to deal with Western TV shows. So it's nice when anime can draw it out.
Like this guy has been behind everything.
Yes. It's so good. But anyways.
Some of those stories don't make sense though when they're like, this guy's been behind everything, and then you're like, but wait, that petty crime that happened that was totally unrelated to anything else.
Yes,
that happened.
It was totally behind it. The dastardly bad guy.
The dastardly bad guy. What?
It's ridiculous. Anyways, what have you got on your list? What did you watch to break it down for us?
What haven't I watched?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, my first one would be Death Parade.
Death Parade.
I know I've mentioned it before, but that was for another genre discussion.
That was for horror or thriller, something like that.
Something like that. Who knows? But Death Parade is a pretty good mystery one because it doesn't really convey that much information. It's just like, here's two people. Yeah, they really play a game. Yeah,
throws you straight into it.
Yeah,
you've got the cool, creepy bartender.
I wouldn't call him creepy.
Master.
I think he's cool as. I want to cosplay him.
Yeah, he is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd love to cosplay that.
I mean, cool can be creepy.
Okay. Yeah. I'll agree with you on
exclusive.
that. But here's some information about Death Parade.
Ooh.
It was done in winter of 2015, and that's starting to make me feel older now because I was more than a couple of years ago now. And it was done by Madhouse, so of course it's going to be good because Madhouse usually do pretty good stuff.
Oh yeah, Madhouse are great.
In an effort to give you guys more information about the anime and
printouts.
Yeah, I've gotten the description down for each of the anime. Just so you can get a clear understanding. I know that sometimes I don't explain anime properly. Yeah,
it's difficult, especially with... while this is the longer form of what we make, it's still fairly short form content. Yeah. So, you know, we can't explain everything.
So it's a little bit...
Yes.
Here we go. Death Parade. After death, there is no heaven or hell, only a bar that stands between reincarnation and oblivion.
Oh, I want that.
There, the attendant will, one after another, challenge pairs of the recently deceased to a random game in which their fate of either ascending into reincarnation or falling into the void will be wagered. Whether it's bowling, darts, air hockey, or anything in between, each person's true nature will be revealed in a ghastly parade of death and memories. Dancing to the whims of the bar's master, welcome to Quindecimi, where Decim? Oh yeah, Decim. Arbiter of the afterlife awaits. Death Parade expands upon the original one-shot intended to train young animators. It follows yet more people receiving judgment until a strange black-haired guest causes Decim to begin questioning his own rulings.
Yeah, that's a pretty succinct version of what goes on there.
Yeah, sorry for messing up the name.
It is difficult to read stuff.
Yes, it is. I tried my best, though. But yes, that was my first one there. And if you do like that anime, do check it out. I think it's a really good anime, and I'll probably give it an A rank.
Yeah, Death Parade's fantastic. It's a really interesting sort of...
I don't know if we did a review for that one.
We have not.
We have not. Okay.
It's an interesting look into like the psychology of people when, you know, eternity is on the line.
I love how that most people don't know that they've actually died, and they're just like playing the game.
Yeah, and then they're just like, why am I at this bar? It's like, oh, if you lose, you die. You never existed in the first place.
Yeah, it's like
oh, no, I don't want this at all.
I'm still questioning the whole reincarnation, the void thing. But anyway, moving on. What's your next one?
So the next one for me, of course, one of the top mysteries to come out was Future Diaries. I adored that anime.
Mirror Nikki, the Future Diary, technically, is what it's called.
Future Diaries.
But a lot of people do refer to it as Future Diaries.
Yeah. No, I if you guys haven't figured it out, I don't really do the Japanese titles because it's harder, honestly. Like, to look at, to Google, to find.
It's just sometimes it's easier to do the Japanese version of it, but sometimes it's not. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just shut up.
It's
what
cool
is
because
this about?
sometimes when a title is a sentence, it's a whole thing. But yeah, like Future Diaries, we also have a printout of this. Ooh, we're so prepared. It's unlike us.
When was it brought out?
2011 by Studio Asread, which I want to say without giggling, and I think I nailed it that time.
It's A.S. Reed.
Asread.
Asread, not A-double-S.
Anyways, lonely high school student Yukirito Amano spends his days writing a diary on his cell phone while conversing with his two seemingly imaginary friends, Deus Ex Machina, who is the god of time and space, and Mimir, the god's servant, revealing himself to be an actual entity. Deus grants Yukirito a random diary which shows the highly descriptive entries based on the future and forces him into a bloody battle royale with 11 other holders of similarly powerful future diaries. So that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like, just that entire setup there.
Yeah. Basic synopsis of it is pretty cool sounding.
Yeah, and that's the cool mystery part of it, is that he's suddenly in this world where it's like, oh, I'm not the only one with this clairvoyant power, and I'm gonna die. Because, yeah, there's like 11 people that are all trying to kill each other to become the new god of space-time.
So in this anime, they can either kill each other or they can destroy the other person's phone.
Yes.
Yes.
But most of the time it ends up in killing because it's anime.
Yeah, because it's anime. And it's very heart-wrenching, and there is a lot of mystery to it, because there's like, a lot of mystery. Who are we trying to kill? And then there's a lot. It's a very sad anime.
Yes, it is not for the faint of heart. It is hardcore, and the fight scenes are spectacular.
And I will say there are two different endings, depending on how you watch it. I suggest watching everything to their fullest.
Yes.
If you're going to watch the anime.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised at what the ending holds.
I do like surprises, and that's kind of the best part of mystery.
Yeah. My next one is Steins Gate. This is one of Cameron's favorite ones.
Cam's favorite. Man, if there is a week that goes by that Cameron doesn't talk about Steins Gate, I actually worry.
He's done a review.
Mental sanity.
He's done a review for it as well. Of course he has. And he has the ringtone for it as well.
Every time for years. I regret showing him Steins Gate.
You should, because
I made a bad person out of him.
He has made me hate the opening to it because it plays every single time. Which is a shame, because
whilst we're sort of poking fun at Cameron, it is a really good anime.
It is a good anime, but
we're just tired of hearing about it.
It's just frustrating.
Anyways, give us a rundown of Steins Gate.
Steins Gate was brought out in spring of 2011, and it was done by Studio White Fox.
Same time as Future Diaries.
Yeah. The only thing is that every time I bring up the age of these anime, I feel really old, because I remember watching these when they came out.
And then one of these ones is from 2002 that I'm going to talk about. So,
damn.
Yeah. Go for it.
Damn. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So, the synopsis of Steins Gate. The self-proclaimed mad scientist Ritaro Okubi rents out a room in a rickety old building in Akihabara, where he indulges himself in his hobby of inventing prospective future gadgets with his fellow lab members, Miyuri Shina, his airhead childhood friend, and Hashida Itaru, a perverted hacker nicknamed Daru. The three pass the time by tinkering with their most promising contraption yet, a machine dubbed the phone microwave, which performs the strange function of morphing bananas into piles of green gel. Though miraculous in itself, the phenomenon doesn't provide any concrete in Okubi's search for a scientific breakthrough. That is until the lab members are spurred into action by a string of mysterious happenings. Before stumbling upon an unexpected success, the phone microwave can send emails to the past, altering the flow of history. Huh.
Yeah, no, when I was first shown Steins Gate, my mate sat me down and he started playing it. I'm like, oh, what's it about? I'm not feeling it. He's like, I have 2 words. Time-traveling microwave. Done. Time-traveling microwave. I'm in.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest anime thing I've ever heard. But, yeah, like
I think the dumbest one I've ever heard is a sentient piece of bread that gets eaten, and then its blood is like jam.
Ooh, no,
and it's like funny as it's like
I think that's a dream I had once.
it's like please eat me, and like bites its like head off, and it's like and this is blood fucking everywhere.
But yes, time traveling microwave, Steins Gate, shockingly touching. It's a really good story. It's got a lot of like interesting, mysterious elements to it. Like, we want to talk about it, but again, we've got someone who's far better equipped to talk about this show.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a review for it. Watch the review.
Yes, we do. Please watch the review.
Cameron explains it wholeheartedly about what he thinks about Steins Gate.
It may be the happiest I've ever seen him in a review.
Oh my god. Okay. What's your next one?
Next one for me, this is an old school throwback. We're going back to 2002. Studio Dean. A little unknown show called Get Backers.
I watched that. We did a review for that too. I think Cameron actually did a review for that.
Cameron is the one who showed me Get Backers. That was in 2011. Wow, this is 2011.
Because I remember watching Get Backers actually, not in 2002. I actually watched it in like 2010.
Yeah. It's a great show.
Yeah. I did not mind it at all.
No, it's great. It goes around these two guys that are Get Backers. Get Backers are sort of like your bounty hunter-esque. If you're ever bored watching Seven Mate, this is for all our Australians, and you see those guys that go and they repo things that people haven't paid all their loans on, they go and they get that back. They can also be hired to retrieve items that are less than legal for retrieval. But it follows a guy who has the powers of an electric eel and one guy who has like discount Sharingan. It's pretty awesome.
Sharingan.
Yeah, it's discount Sharingan. And you cannot say that I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's a really good movie. Oh my god.
In the English dub, the villain is voiced by Shannon McCormick, who any Rooster Teeth fans will know. He is the voice of Oz in Ruby and Agent Washington in Red vs. Blue. So that's actually what convinced me to finally watch the show.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Get Backers is fascinating. It's got a cool overarching mystery, future dystopia, weird characters with weird backgrounds. It's great. It's classic. It's old school.
I'm trying to figure out where I heard Studio Dean again.
Studio Dean's done a lot of stuff.
They've done one recently that I really liked. I'm just forgetting what it was called, but
yeah, I'm blanking on it too. But when I was writing it down, I'm like, Studio Dean. Of course they did this.
Yeah, of course. it's always of course they did this.
Yeah. It's like
this studio. Of course they did this. Madhouse did this. It's good. Yay. Of course they did this.
Yeah. Oh, Madhouse.
My next one was Huka. I guess that's how you say it. Huka. It says Huouka. Okay. So this anime was brought out in 2012 and it was done by Kyoto Animation. Here's a little synopsis for you guys. Energy conservative high school student Yutaro Oriki
Japanese names
ends up with more than he
Why can't an anime character just be named John?
Ends up with more than he bargained for when he signs up for the Classics Club at his sister's behest. Especially when his behest is not really a word you hear often. Behest, sorry. Especially when he realizes how deep-rooted the club's history really is. Begrudgingly, Oriki, God, I'm so bad today with Japanese names, is dragged to an investigation concerning the 45-year-old mystery that surrounds the club room. Accompanied by his fellow club students, the knowledgeable Satoshi Fukubi, the stern but benign Mayaka Ibra, I'm not even going to say the last names, there's no point, and the ever-curious Iro, Uriki must combat deadlines and a lack of information with resourcefulness, hidden talent, in order to find not only a truth buried beneath the dust of works created years before them, but the other small side cases as well.
Now, this anime I know nothing about.
You know nothing about. This anime is kind of like, literally it's all about mysteries.
Oh.
And solving them. It's like they dig something out. It's like, oh, what's this about? Oh, let's solve this. I mean, it's not the most interesting anime in all hindsight, but the mystery is there. and I do suggest watching it. I'd probably give this anime like a B rank at least.
Completely passable.
Yeah, it's a passable anime. It's not something that's like, oh my god, everyone's raving about it, but it's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
All right. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, finding new anime is always a good thing.
Yeah.
So next for me, I've only got 2 left at this point.
Hmm.
They're both video game adaptation. Well, anime adaptations of video games. So first up, it's the Danganronpa, the first Danganronpa series, based off the Danganronpa games. If you've ever played them, they're
Yeah. So season 1 you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's multiple games. So there's multiple series of the Danganronpa anime, but of course season 1 based on the first game. This is one that I watched way back in 2013.
I believe it was way back in 2013, so it's like...
Way back in 2013, 6 years ago.
Oh. God. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so Danganronpa is about essentially a school that goes into shutdown after a demonic teddy bear appears and says, no one can leave except the last person standing after you murder everyone.
Pretty messed up.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of high school students that are like, we're not gonna kill each other? That's crazy. And then someone dies, and then another person dies, and then more people die, and the main crew is like, well, we need to figure out who's murdering everyone.
Or there's even some games
we
where
can't get murdered.
There's even games in there where the one person lives and everyone else dies, and it's like, ugh.
No, it's crazy. It's a really cool setup, and the mystery itself is that no one knows overtly who is murdering everyone, and there's multiple people that are doing this, and it sort of becomes like the people that want to fight the giant evil demon Teddy versus the people that just want to kill everyone and get out. So it's actually really compelling as a mystery. But yeah,
very sad though. Why is this killing anime so sad?
Because they're students full of potential. But it's also really dope because, you know, they're Japanese students, so they can do really cool shit.
Because they're superhuman.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for no reason, but
yeah.
Let's just go with that.
I mean, we've all seen Battle Royale.
Okay, my next one is Ruka, Braves of the Six Flowers. And it was done in summer of 2015, and it was done by Passanoni? Passanoni? Passanoni. Is that
Passione. Like Passiona.
Yeah,
the famous Australian passion fruit drink.
Pretty good drink, actually. I recommend it if you have never drunk that before, if you live in America. Anyway, I'm not going to read the thing for this. Because and the reason for that is, it's a really decent mystery. Sort of, even I didn't pick what was going to happen, but essentially, a bunch of heroes meet up, and there's meant to be 6 heroes that go to fight this demon lord.
Yeah.
Right? I've got some gripes about it. That's why it's the anime that really pissed me off that I remember more about.
All right, that's fair.
So then
it's good to talk about things.
That ends up being 7. Sorry, why did I have the 6 up? That ends up being 7. So then they go, well, who's the odd one out? Someone's obviously here to trick us. So
they all stab each other.
I mean, partially like that. Yes. They start blaming all each other and stuff. And the thing, here's the thing I hated about it the most. Well, not really hated. Well, here's one good point. Yes, it had mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was going on that was maybe partially because of storytelling, but it worked out because of it.
Yeah. No, if the story itself is mysterious.
Here's what I don't like. Pretty much how it starts off really weak, and then the story gets to a point where they all meet up at this temple, and then nothing else happens in the anime. They're at that temple for the entire time.
Ugh.
And then you're like, but the whole thing of this anime was they're meant to go defeat this demon lord, and that never happens. And they're not going to get a season 2, so that pisses me off, and I don't want to go read the manga for it. I wanted to watch the anime because it looked cool.
It's that Dead Man Wonderland thing where it's like, ugh.
Like the action at least looked cool, and I thought, hey, if they went to go kill this demon lord, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, this is just a horrible mess. I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
They could have just bypass that thing. They didn't need to stick on that for the entire season. There's like a couple episodes of them getting to this place, and then it's just the rest of us just at this place with a shit ending. I'm like, I didn't expect this, but still, I didn't like this ending. Thank you very much, you assholes.
That sucks.
But yeah, that's what I thought about this anime. I'm sorry if anyone I crushed
Not all
anyone's
mystery
dreams.
ones are hits, and we try not to talk about all the great ones. Like, all of these are flawed in their own way. Get Backers especially.
Yeah, but I had to especially point out this one because it did me some wrong. But that's my only bad one today. My next one I really loved, so then you get to see the comparison.
Well, this next one of mine I really love as well, and that is the adaptation of Persona 4. The Persona games are some of the best JRPGs ever made. That's not a controversial opinion at all. If anyone thinks otherwise, don't at me. You're wrong.
The latest anime though was terrible.
Yeah, P5 wasn't great.
Terrible.
But P4 was.
Here's a reasoning for that. It's mostly because of how big the game is. They couldn't fit all the story into that anime. They're like,
for sure.
So you just you lose out on a lot of stuff, and it just becomes a rush mess.
P5.
Yeah.
Brilliant game.
Yeah. I did not mind the game either.
But the issue is also they changed the name of the main character, and that is annoying. But anyways, we're talking about P4. P4 is great. It's got all of the... Sorry, Persona 4, in case I didn't say that properly before. Came out in 2011 by AIC Asta, or...
It's got a really sad ending.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that's really heavy.
Actually, they have two different endings, actually.
As most JRPGs do. Ending and bad ending.
So be surprised by that, because you're going to love that. You're going to be like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, exactly. And it's great because it is just this group of high school students, because,
of course.
Yeah, it's like...
It's anime.
It's these students that are working together to try and figure out there's a mysterious TV show that comes on every night. And at midnight, whoever's watching it gets to see the face of their ultimate true soulmate, their lover. And then those people start winding up dead. So these guys get together because, if I remember correctly, it happens to one of their friends. And they're like, all right, we need to stop this.
Yeah, one of their classmates, yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's a really fun journey where, again, you don't know what's happening because...
I think I watched that anime.
Surprise.
It's an anime I've watched twice, and I'm really not into that sort of anime. But I watched it twice because I liked it that much.
It's brilliant.
So if I watched it twice, you know that you would like it more.
Yeah.
If you actually appreciate that type of anime.
That's really all I have to say about it. P4 is brilliant. As a mystery, it keeps you focused. It keeps you wanting to know what's happening. It throws some good twists and turns at you. It's brilliant.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on mystery anime and what I watched. Like, I think it's a fascinating vessel, just as we talked about with crime and police anime last week. Like, it's a great way to tell an overarching story that you don't really get in Western media.
Okay.
Anyways, hit me with
my last one.
The last one.
Oh,
Let's
actually,
do this.
no, my second last one. Sorry.
Second last.
Yeah.
Hot damn! How much anime do you watch?
Whoops. I thought I didn't. Actually, no, I won't mention the last one. I feel like maybe it's not as mystery driven as I sort of expected it to. So that's
surprise me. Now I don't know what you're going to talk about.
But this one, okay. So, the one I wanted to mention about, the one I'm really happy about, and I really want to do a review on. I just haven't had the time to. Yaoseki no Kuni. So that's Land of the Lustrous. And it was on fall 2017 by Studio Orange. So essentially what this anime is about, this is the basic premise of it before I read the actual description, is about these girls made up of different like gems.
Okay. So Steven Universe.
Yeah, and they fight these cloud sort of ladies things, these cloud things, because they're after them for the gems.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just really loved it. It's really weird, but it's all the girls are now kawaii as fuck.
All right, cool.
And the mystery is real with, like, what is happening? What are these random cloud things? And there's a master there that sort of is the only male character and he protects all the girls. But
Is this a harem?
It's not a harem. No, it's not. It's nothing to do with that. The master's just there as like the older sort of caretaker sort of deal.
I'm suspicious of you always.
I know you're always suspicious of me, but it's not a harem. And it's all CG, by the way. And I liked it a lot.
Oh, what? I'm learning so much about you.
I'm going to read the synopsis.
Go for it.
And then we can discuss why I like it because it's CG.
Go for it.
Okay. In a mysterious future, crystalline organisms called gems inhabit a world that has been destroyed by 6 meteors. Each gem is assigned a role in order to fight against the, Lunarins, whatever it is. A species who attacks them in order to shatter their bodies and use them as decorations. Phospholite, also known as Phos, is a young, fragile gem who dreams of helping her friends in the war effort. Instead, they're told to compile an encyclopedia. She is told to compile an encyclopedia because of their delicate condition. After begrudgingly embarking on this task, Phos meets Cinnabar, an intelligent gem who has been regulated to patrolling the isolated island at night because of the corrosive poison her body generates. After seeing how unhappy Cinnabar is, Phos decides to find a role that both of the rejected gems can enjoy. So, I know that bit, the synopsis is a bit weird. I got that off my anime list, and that was not...
my anime list.
I'm going to go back after this and rewrite that for them, because that is atrocious. So, pretty much the premise is the current gem that we're talking about, Phos, is she's pretty weak.
Yeah.
Literally, the master himself just has to like scream out loud, and he's like really strong. I don't know what he's made out of, I forget, but he's made out of really strong rock, and he literally just screams out and she shatters to pieces. They can be put back together though with like a special glue and stuff, and
cool.
And that's all fine. So they don't.
So yeah,
they don't actually die when they're shattered by.
That makes it worse.
But I know, but they don't actually die when they're shattered by things. But they can get people back because of that. They take pieces back of them and start rebuilding.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
I know.
I kind of dig that.
No, but it's pretty. Makes it very interesting. It like adds another layer to that. But essentially, what happens to Phos is she goes through some hard trials, and her body is augmented with different gems. I'm not going to explain too much about that because
that's kind of dope.
But it is very interesting, and it makes it very interesting.
Right. Good CG.
And there's actual depth as the character grows as well throughout the anime. So the character starts off really just bubbly and doesn't really do much and stuff. But by the end of it, she's changed and she's matured a lot as well. And I really like that about it.
That's dope.
But the reason why it's so good and why it works so well in a CG format and why it probably wouldn't work in your normal 2D is because of how the characters are. They're gems. They're made of rock.
Right.
They're obviously a 3D sort of...
They're a three-dimensional sort of construct.
And it just works so well. I got to show you it.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, this actually sounds really interesting to me.
Honestly, I've watched it about 6 times. I've loved it. And I think Glass Reflections' review of it was spot on to a T. And I don't think I'll be able to do as good a review as him, but I probably will try.
Fair enough.
But yeah, can't say much more about it. It just works because of the premise of the anime. And I think that's one of the few exceptions where I'll be like, yep, CG was sort of for it to be used for most of it was pretty well. I mean, the artwork, the background artwork was pretty good still.
Yeah?
It was actually still pretty good. And it obviously didn't match it to a T, but I thought it was pretty wonderful how they did it. I
dig that.
So high props for it. Yeah, so I can't say any more about it. It's a really well done anime, and
for sure.
I'm going to definitely recommend you watch it. I don't think Cameron's even watched it, and I told him about it so many times, but he's like, oh no, I've got something better to do than that.
Yeah, he watches Steins Gate just every day, all day.
Yeah, that's all he does.
That's the only anime he's ever watched.
Just watches Steins Gate. So,
but yeah, I will definitely give that one a shot. It sounds interesting and different. Like the way they utilize the art style.
Even I'm going to go rewatch it again now because
you know it's good when you rewatch it.
Yeah. Since
you have to watch everything.
Yeah, it's like if I have the time, I'll fit that in to rewatch it. Like honestly, it's like Oh my god, it's so good. But
I love it.
anyway, we'll end the discussion there.
Yeah,
We're going
that's
on
pretty much
way
it.
too long. This
Thanks
video
for
is
watching this
over half
much
an hour.
longer review, but hey, the mystery genre is good. We've got some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
It's something that you should watch because, as we've said so many times, it just fits this medium of anime so much better than it fits a lot of others.
Yeah.
Anyways, if there's any parting thoughts on mystery you have to say?
It's all a mystery.
Yes, it is. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
See ya.
Peace.